Hey, welcome to Fantasy Football Live. I'm TJ Jefferson. I'm here with the fantasy consultant, Nathan Zagura. We want to get you guys ready for the 7th week of the NFL season by letting you know what waiver wire pickups to make. So, Nate, I know a lot of teams are on bye. Are there any quarterbacks out there worth picking up?
You know, probably not many, but if you do have a chance to get Matt Castle, he's a great pickup and play this week against the San Diego Chargers. Castle's thrown for multiple touchdowns in 4 of his last 5 games and should have success against the San Diego team right now. Definitely susceptible to the pass. They were just lit up by Kyle Orton on Monday Night Football.
Okay, what about running back? I know that there's a few that you like, so why don't you let them know some?
I will kick some knowledge. Lawrence Maroney, 123 yards, 16 carries, and a touchdown last week. Now he gets the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just gave up 250 yards and 3 touchdowns to the Carolina Panthers on the ground. So get Maroney. Looks like Sammy Morris will be out. Fred Taylor's still out. Maroney, an excellent pickup and play this week in Week 7. Another running back, take a look at Tashard Choice. If somebody cut him because Barber's back, go get him. Jerry Jones just said that Tashard Choice is going to be very involved in this offense going forward. He's been more effective than Barber, averaging over 5 yards a carry. And then if you're in a touchdown-only league, take a look at Mike Bell. Mike Bell now the goal line back for the New Orleans Saints. So if you're in a TD-only league, on a good offense, you want the goal line back. Mike Bell can do that. And then there's Huggy Bear's son, Justin Fargas of the Oakland Raiders, rushed for over nearly 100 yards last week. Now he's got a good matchup with a Jets team that will be minus Chris Jenkins. Teams have had some success running the football against them, i.e. the Miami Dolphins 2 weeks ago. So Fargas could be a good pickup and play as well.
Huggy Bear, you threw that out there, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, man. 70s blaxploitation at its finest. What about wide receivers? Any good guys still left out there?
Sure, there sure are. Real quickly, Sidney Rice, he's given you 100 yards or a touchdown in the 3 competitive games that the Vikings have played. Well, this one against Pittsburgh definitely going to be competitive. Then you got Lance Moore, finally healthy for the New Orleans Saints. 7 targets last week, 6 catches, 78 yards, and a hose down. That's good stuff. He's not going to be so consistent, but he is the safe, reliable receiver on that offense when healthy, and he is healthy now.
Okay. Tight end. Any tight ends left out there?
You know, Zach Miller was dropped in a lot of leagues early on in the year. He went over 100 yards last week. He's been over 60 yards each of the last 2 weeks, giving you 60 yards or a touchdown now in the majority of his games. So he's in the top 10 in terms of consistency rate at the tight end position, despite Jamarcus Russell's struggles. Also, Tony Scheffler coming off a 100-yard game with a touchdown of his own. And Scheffler, the thing I like about the most is that Kyle Orton is using him more and more week by week. His yards, his receptions, and his targets have all increased in each of the last 3 weeks. So Scheffler, who's on a bye this week, will be back in Week 8 with a pretty favorable schedule, and he's somebody to take a look at.
If you were the Broncos, would you petition the league to allow you to wear those uniforms until you lost?
No.
Okay, defense.
No.
Any defense out there worth picking up?
Yes, the Arizona Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen. If your team is in a position right now where it's looking good, you've got a good feeling you're going to be in the playoffs, go get the Cardinals. In the fantasy playoffs, weeks 14, 15, 16, they faced San Francisco, then St. Louis, then the Detroit Lions. Those are tasty matchups. 6 of their next 10 games are against offenses that are in the bottom 10 in the league. That is great news. They get after the quarterback. They get sacks. They force turnovers. An excellent fantasy unit, and you got to like those playoff matchups. They are just so tasty, and that's going to help you get that money.
And money.
Yeah.
Well, those are our top waiver wire pickups for Week 7. For the fantasy consultant, Nathan Zagura, I'm TJ Jefferson. Tune in next week to Fantasy Football Live.